Good morning, this is inDialog and I am Vidhya. There is one voice that the Malayali world over recognizes. After recording over 40,000 songs in several languages and winning scores of accolades, including 7 national awards for Best Playback Singer, Malayalam's own Gana Gandharvan, or Divine Singer, is still breathing music and enchanting audiences the world over. He conquers the dual sphere of classical and light music. The only Indian languages that he has not recorded in are Kashmiri and Assamese. Today, I am extremely happy to meet K.J. Yesudas, Kerala's very own voice.
കടലിനക്കരെ പോണോരേ കാണാ പൊന്നിനു പോണോരേ കടലിനക്കരെ പോണോരേ കാണാ പൊന്നിനു പോ.
Welcome to inDialog. Tell us about your childhood. What was it like growing up?
My father was an actor and singer, Augustine Joseph. His ambition is the main thing was behind my success. So he was acting and he was singing with his own way. He never gone for any academic studies or anything like that. So he was thinking, you know, one of my sons, somebody has to go for proper training and all those things. That's why I came in this music world. My father and my family helped me to learn a very great music, that is Carnatic music. Those days, the Christians will not go for that. But my father encouraged me in such a way, that's why I am here.
So there must have been a lot of opposition to your
learning. Opposition, the main reason is, the security in your life. Always everybody thinks about security in the life. Those days it is very difficult a person to sing in the temple. Especially in Kerala, they never allow anybody than Hindus. So it is very difficult for your profession. Profession-wise, you are thinking, you can't survive.
Right.
So nobody will go for that. But even then, he was not at all worried about that. He said that you have to learn.
So how did your entry into films happen?
This happened, actually, one day I was practicing in the room. One of the director came to my room and introduced by another singer, Mr. Chandran. I appreciate his feeling that, that particular time he was also young, but he introduced me for this film. Then the producer and the director, K.S. Anthony, promised me for a song. But I thought that it is a dream. But it happened in 1961. I sang that particular song, but with so much of struggles. And that particular time it was so difficult for even my educational side, and even in our family was struggling for a one-day meal. Really? We can say that. So these things, this thing given me that strength to overcome it.
Oh, that's a true success story. What was that first song that you sang in the movie?
I sang, that is so grateful lines of Sri Narayana Guru Swami. There is a very sage-like person, in Kerala. He written four lines. Actually, it is the greatest. Nowadays, there is the most important thing now. People are thinking about religion unnecessarily. They are thinking about. They are creating a weapon out of it.
Yes.
The religion is not for that. It is all love. Every religious attitude or theme is love. But they forget the real thing and they are actually doing unnecessary things. Jadi bhetam matadvesham edumillade sarvarum sodarattvena vazhunna Madriga Sthanavanidah. That means Jati Bhedam. Jati means religion. There is no difference. It should not be there.
Yes.
Jati Bhedam, Mata Dvesham. That is revenge on each religious nowadays. What we see.
Yes, yes.
Should not be there. Jati Bhedam, Mata Dvesham. Edumillade. That means nothing. You should not think in that way. This is the place we want to create. That was that particular.
Oh, a wonderful beginning for a very successful career.
I was so now only I realize it. At that time, I was not at all felt it in that way. That I am singing a great lines.
So you have won the UNESCO award for achievement in music and
it's
peace.
Actually, we did a recording. The title is Ahimsa. So that is a English, and as well as there is some Sanskrit words are there. The song which composed by Ricardo Barantes, it is LA. LA product it is.
Is that right?
It's released. So I sang that song there, and they given me an award there.
Oh, is that right? So you're also very unique in that you embrace all religions in your music.
Of
so how
course.
did you get such a secular outlook in your life?
Always you will not get everything in the younger age. You will realize you have to open your mind. Then you will definitely get it. The truth is, there is two type of people are there in this world. That is only one person. They say there is no God. Some people believes that there is God. There is only that two types. But I believe that there is a power behind us. That power we can consider as God. That God, who is that God? My realization is, he doesn't have any religion. He is everything before. He is the starter of everything. So he is not Hindu, he is not Christian, he is not Muslim, he is not Buddha, he is not. He is more than that. So we are creating unnecessary things here. Okay, let it be, but we are going to reach him only at last. That I realized. So whether I am a Christian, I believe, I respect Christianity, I respect Hinduism, but nowadays what I think, if I started thinking like that, so I am so happy that I can feel everything good.
Well, it comes through in your music too.
Yeah. Otherwise you can't. Each religion, you take any religion, they never teach that you have to kill anybody.
Right.
Everybody, love. The basic thing is love. But where is love? Actually, they say, but they are not showing it. But they are trying to propagate their religion. It is not good. You love everything.
Switching topics, you have won an award for your song Gori Tera in Chichor, 1979. But since then, we haven't heard enough of you in Hindi films. Why do you think you have not been as successful in Bollywood as you've been in South Indian cinema?
It's not successful or anything. The main reason is actually it is not their fault. It is not Hindi. North Indians, some people create a lot of stories, but it's my fault actually. I was so busy to build a studio in Trivandrum. I was concentrating in that particular thing. So whenever they want me there, I'm not available there. So definitely they will look into some other person. So it is my fault that I was not able to fulfill their timing. So it is that particular time I was away from Bombay, so they thought that I'm not free, and I concentrated. Of course, I concentrated in my studio and as well as my career in Malayalam and Tamil and all those things. But I'm not thinking anything about bad. So there is a verse by Yesudas, Dane dane pe likhe hai khane wale ka naam. Dane dane means each dhanya written everybody who will take that particular grain. So what I changed, it is with the blessing of him. Gaane gaane pe likhe hai gane wale ka naam. That means each song the God written that, who will sing that song. I'm not at all worried about it. Till now I'm singing. That's enough for me. Why should I worry about, that particular there, I'm not famed there, I'm not famed here. I'm not at all worried about. If I'm famed, if anybody wants, I'll be there. If anybody don't want it, I will not be there. That's all.
Well, it's still a loss to the Hindi film industry.
That is for them, maybe, you are thinking. But they are not worried about it.
True. Especially some of those songs from Chichor, they still ring in my ears. Can you sing a few lines from Tu Jo Mere Sur Mein?
Tu Jo Mere Sur Mein Sur Mila Le Sang Ga Le To Zindagi Ho Jaye Safal Tu Jo Mere Sur Mein.
Tell me, which among your film songs is your favorite?
Oh, how can I say? I got 3 boys, which son you like means it's very difficult to say that.
That is true.
But mostly I love little heavy songs. Means, it should be something, it has to touch my heart. It should be connected with a little classical melody. So that will be, I always eager to sing much with the
Successful stint in films. You have been giving a lot of Carnatic music concerts for the last several years. So I was wondering, you've received criticism saying that your music is neither Carnatic nor Hindustani.
That is,
how do you respond
I'll tell
to
you
that?
one thing. The main reason is, I observed one thing. I'm not criticizing the real Carnatic, who says that they are the correct Carnatic musicians. Let it be. That's not my comment. I will not go for any unnecessary things. But whatever I sing, the audience means that is enough for me. I'm not at all worried about whether it is Carnatic, whether it is Hindustani, whether it is. But I observed one thing, what is the meaning of Sangeeta? Sangeeta is which one is soothing your ear, that is music. That is the meaning of that. It's not that all the sounds are music. The bombs sound, it will not be music. So which one is giving soothing things to your ear, that is music. So particularly, I taken one thing, the soft and mellow and while you pronounce the language, whether it is Sanskrit, whether it is in Hindi or Telugu or Malayalam or Tamil or anything, it should come properly. Example, there is a composition in Narayana Gaula, Rag, Dikshidhar, that is Sri, great composer he was. Shri Ramam Ravi Kulabdhi Somam. It is there. Instead of that, if I am singing technically or very different way, the tradition or anything, if suppose somebody thinks like that, Shri Ram, it is not good. If anybody says that is the good way of singing, I don't want that. I want to pronounce Sri Ram very properly to the public. If they like it or not, that is their problem, it is not my problem. I have to say, I feel the Sri Ram got a beautiful figure. I will not create unnecessary figures on that. That I am imagining him in a very, that way. That particular way I sing, I will try. And I can see him in there. That particular way I sing means the people also likes it. They didn't say that he's not singing Carnatic music, he's not. Whether they are enjoying, that's enough for me. I'm not worried about it. This is the perfect Carnatic music. I'm not going to announce that. This is music. You like it or not, that is your problem. My problem is you call me, I'm singing. If you enjoyed it, it is well and good. But don't think that there is no Carnatic music, no Hindustani music. The music is only one. The way you render, it becomes Carnatic music, that is Hindustani music. But I will tell you one thing, the greatest music we got in two greatest music in India. But I will consider that Carnatic music is the number one. That much of science, full of science in that music.
So do you have a favorite ragam?
Favorite rag, actually in my younger age I was thinking about Kalyani. But later on, when I involved with a lot of ragas, I knew that each rag got its own power and taste.
So would you do a short alapane for us?
You mean the Kalyani?
Yes.
Okay. There is actually there one more thing I'll tell you. In we in Carnatic music actually when we alap, there is a word we use. Everybody uses it. Tadarina. That nobody. I asked so many people in my younger age. They didn't say it is a normal way. That is traditionally we exactly like. But I realized later on myself. The Tadarina means actually it's equal to the modern speakers you can think about. That's four way of speakers, in the bass, mid, high, mid, and high. Like that, Tadarina. When you use ta or the in the lower, when you sing lower time, and it or octave, when you go, the ra and na is higher octaves. If you are not using it properly, then your voice will be cracked. So they kept it in the legends, they kept some words for it. Scientifically they kept it, but nobody, I realized that it is for that particular, I'll tell you one thing. Instead of the or instead of the, if I use the na, the same notes, you can hear the tone. Na 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 na. See the difference? Yes. So, but higher place. The tone is different actually. There if you use the, it will be odd.
That's true.
It's not good. See, the way, they scientifically kept some letters or sound for that.
It's like the Taditomnam in
Taditomnam, yeah. Like that, Ragalab, when you do that, if you properly maintain this particular tone in that particular place, it will be good to hear by audience. See the bass, you take there. If you say na, it will not be good.
Doesn't,
yeah.
Different way of looking at it. I'm sure I listen for it when I go to Carnatic music concerts. Tell me, in a sentence, what is music to you?
This is my life, or what we can say that my life is music.
How would you like history to remember you?
Yeah, I never expect anything like that. I'm doing my duty. And then the result is not yours. It is it is there. For something, if you do, that will not be nice. So you have to do your karma, you have to do your duties properly. That's all you can do. And I believe in a ultimate God. He created me. Why He created me to this? Maybe some purpose. That purpose, only that purpose I have to think. Whatever He gives me in my mind for the music. Of course, without music I can't think about even God. So everything I surrender to Him. Whatever I do, it is for Him.
Well, thank you, Mr.
It's my
Yesudas.
pleasure.
It's been a pleasure.
It's my pleasure. And again, and I request everybody, not only our people, anywhere, even in America or in everybody are our brothers and sisters. So they have to realize it. The God created for a peaceful life, but we should not unnecessarily shatter it. Go with His way and love each other and enjoy this world. Thank you.